guys, and welcome. Today is Saturday, October 21st, and today this is the second time I will be recording this. Had some phone issues on the first one with connection issues, so I'm going to try to keep a really close eye on my computer monitor. So yeah, I got a lot of this stuff already cut out, but I'm still going to show it to you again because I think that you need to see how these work. All right, so we're using the Christmas Classics. It's a set of 15 stamps, and it's 13 dies. So I have the dies in here, but the stamps are still over here on my little cleaning pad from the earlier video that I guess I will just reuse again. All right, and my phone actually died at the very end of the last video. So I have it plugged in. Hopefully it doesn't die on us again. All right, so let's grab this out. Like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on my monitor to make sure that we don't stall or go out of frame again. All right, so this is, and then this is my cord because of course my phone's plugged in now. All right, so I'm going to bring this over here a little bit closer so I can actually grab these out. All right, so it's a good Christmas set. Has a lot of good greetings on it. Let me grab out, I had my blocks and everything out, so guess what? Let me just go ahead and bring out the 3 blocks that I know I used. Sorry for the loud noise, that's right by my microphone. All right, so here's the first greeting. We have Deck the Halls. Let me get out my cherry cobbler again. I'm going to kind of do these in the middle or more, not around the edge, because a lot of these will match up with dies. All right, so we have that one. Then we have, wow, that picture frame is really sticky. Then we have Peace on Earth. We have Season's Greetings, and of course these weren't cleaned off after my last video, so I'm going to have stuff all over my hand. Excuse me. Let's do the Season's Greetings. I'm going to do that a little bit more towards the top. And then we have this Christmas one. Wait, we have one more, sorry. We have one more that's a little bit bigger. Tidings of Comfort and Joy. All right, so now we have our Christmas word. Bring it over here. And with the Christmas word, you have a bunch of choices. Let me see if I can get them all on one block. Because these you could cut off pretty easily as a little strip. So that's why I'm going to put them all on one block, just so you can see that they all go with that Christmas saying. All right, let's go here. So you have Christmas wishes, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you and yours, Happy Holidays to you and yours. So a bunch of little words that all fit on there pretty good. They all go with that Christmas. I'm gonna leave those on that block. Let's see, what do we have left? Now we'll get off of this. So, you know what? I should have remembered from the first video that my garden green needs re-inking, but we'll just deal with it. So we have this nice little like leafy frond. We have this little holly berry. trying to remember where I want to put that so it'll cut out okay. You know what, I'm going to put it on its own little separate one. That's the only advantage of doing this video before, is that I know kind of where things need to be for cutting out. And then these are just two little filler pieces. They should be done in red, but I'm just doing them in green. Well, really, it's kind of brownish because I didn't clean it off. So little holly berries and then a little corner. So that should be all 15 of the stamps. Let's double check to make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, I forgot one. Which one did I forget? Or did I count wrong? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Nope, I forgot one. Let's look really quick. Oh, yes, and where? Oh, here it is. It fell to the bottom of my... This one you want to kind of lay down and then pick up. And this is just a little... Alright, looks like my video's still going okay. I didn't clean it off, so I'll turn out brown instead of green. Just like a little accent piece. Alright, so now let me move all of these, because these all have to be cleaned. And let's bring out... Let me move that over there, because that's holding onto my cord. That has a stamp on it. Alright, so let's bring out now the dies that I'll be cutting again for a second time. Let me go ahead and grab a baby wipe, just because now I have red ink on my fingers. Alright, hopefully I got most of it off. Alright, let's go now to the die cuts. And I am going to go ahead and use the mini Stampin' Cut and Bust machine, only because I used the bigger one earlier, and because I tried to do too many on one at a time, it wasn't cutting out well. I want it to look good for you guys. Alright, first let's start off with, so all these sheets are cut at 3 3/4 by whatever, because that's what actually cuts it out okay. Alright, let me grab this. We'll have it over here. This has all my dies in it. And I don't have them in here correctly. I just threw them in there after the first video because I was so frustrated. Alright, so on this one we want to make sure that we have most of the branches. See how the branches are? You want the bottom to be lined up, because if the bottom is lined up, pretty much everything else should be lined up. Oops, and I just moved it. Alright, that should be pretty close. This is where I usually use my magnetic plate, and I did make this awful close to the edge. And we all know when dies are close to the edge, sometimes they don't cut as well. So let's see, that one, not bad. So there you have that. They cut that out. Let me bring this over here so I can put that on that magnetic thing. Alright, then we're going to cut out the holly leaf. Now this time I butchered this one in the last one. And what you want to do is you want to match up the leaves on this one. So the outline of those leaves with the inside of that die. And not move it as you roll it through, because that's what happened on the first video. It didn't turn out very good. Let me show you. Here's the one from the first video. See how off I was? So let's see if I got a little closer this time. Go ahead and put that over there. Ah, much better. Look at that one. Much better. Alright. We also have your holly berries, but remember this is a die set of 3. sorry, 13, you have 2 sets of holly berries you can cut out. Both of those. Oops. Just sorry, I want to make sure I get them on my magnetic plate. Also making sure that I don't lose my connection. So you'll cut out 2 and 1. So see, here's the stamped image. There's the 2 and 1. Okay, what else do we have? We have the frames. Now the frames aren't going to go through the small one. The one word will, but not the other. And I didn't think about that when, so we'll grab out the bigger cut emboss machine. But like this will go on there. But I want to make sure that I'm on that platform or it won't cut. There you have that grading. And we'll go ahead, we can also use this before we have to change machines. So let's get that lined up. And then this will work either on the piece on earth or on the deck the halls. And it possibly, let me see. Yeah, it also works around that Christmas one, and you could have one of those sayings with it. All right, but we're gonna we'll just do the piece on earth. How about that? See if I can get that a little bit straight and centered. So there's your piece on earth. All right, the other, let's see. We got those all done. So the others we'll just do on actual cardstock. Oops, that fell down. We don't need that to get lost. All right, so this, as you can see, is going to be too thick. I'm just going to rip it down like this. I'll go through that way now. And we're going to go ahead and do this leaf first. I learned from the first video too, if you load up too much on these, that it doesn't cut out the greatest. You have to go through a couple times. If you only have 1 or maybe 2 of the same on the plate, you'll go through fine. So here's this one. That little piece comes out, and I think you could even use that little piece as a twig somewhere. Get out that little circle. Oops. So there you are with that. All right, so let's get these two up. Let me put that over there on my plate. Let's go ahead and get these two. These are the ones that didn't work very good earlier, and it's because I had them on with a frame. You have to remember when you're going through the rollers, if you have too many things on a plate, it is possible that your rollers are not going to pick it up as well because it's trying to push down in many different areas. So let's see if I got this one okay this time. Let's go ahead. Okay, I do need to get out my brush. Usually if you do that, it will loosen them. There we go. A couple little poker outers we have to get there. Or you could run your brush through, probably be faster. Alright, so there's one, and of course you have the second one, which is still down here. Here's this one. Drop it on the floor. There we go. I'm going to brush really quickly over those areas. And there's just one more that to be poked out. So there's the second one. So you can get two of those at once. All right, what's left? You have these little scritchies. These are just going to make indents on your card. Oh, I probably have to rip this again. These will just make little indents on your card. Now if my video stops on this, I'll know it's because these two pieces are bad luck. Because this is where the video, or maybe it was my phone, died. So take these off here, and see, it's just going to make a pattern on your existing cardstock. So see that? Just makes holes in it. It doesn't do anything. You're just left with a bunch of scritchies. Alright, I think that's it for the small cut and bust machine. We have 2 frames left. And that I have to use the bigger machine. With the bigger machine, you use plate 1, plate 2, and 2 3s. So let's go ahead. First frame I have is this one. And the other one, I'm probably going to have to grab another piece of cardstock because I don't think it'll fit on the last one. Put it right in the middle, so hopefully the rollers got to it really good. I'm going to go backwards. And just because I don't want to, as long as it hasn't clunked out, I know my die hasn't moved. We have a lot of area that's getting cut out here, just so you know. See, there's still a little bit. That one corner, and I think that last corner was the problem last time too. So it may be part of the die where I just need an extra shim, because it seemed to me that that was the one that was getting caught on my first video. I'm just kind of working. See, I'm not really pulling, I'm just kind of working with the cardstock to separate it. A lot of intricate cuts here. Just moving it back and forth to loosen that. Not trying to pull anything too much. Let me see. See the last one on the first video, I actually did it on the side. Sometimes if you always go in the middle, it seems like your rollers in the middle get a little bit not as tight. Alright, so there you go. I'm gonna have to run it through, get some of those pieces out, but this is what it actually looks like. See, I still have pieces from that first cutout to take care of. So see, I just have a few of those to poke out. So probably another piece of typing paper would have worked as a shim on that one. Alright, last frame. Do I have enough space? I don't. Alright, so let's just go ahead let me grab what I have here. We'll go ahead and we'll do it on this pretty peacock piece. Oh, another thing, sometimes if you run it through at an angle, not straight on, it helps. I still use my magnetic plate, and I think when I run it through with magnetic plate, I don't have as many problems. I don't know if it's just because it's a little bit thicker or not, but that's just me. I know we don't sell the magnetic plate anymore, but it seems to really help a lot. In fact, just to prove my point, because you know I always want to prove a point, let's take out and put my magnetic plate in. Let's grab out. Is this big enough for that frame? I don't think it is. Let me grab it again. No, it's not. All right. Let's go ahead and grab. Oh my gosh, I have so many. We do this in Moody Mauve. Just to see. I just want to see if it comes out a little bit better. So let me grab one of my plate 3s. Get the scritchies off. And I'll run it back and forth. All right, so this was 3 times, just like I did with the other plates. Let's see if my magnetic plate is going to prove me out to be a liar. Nope. See, look. I love my magnetic plate. And yes, I'm sorry. If you still have your magnetic plate, I hope you didn't throw it away when Stampin' Up! Stopped selling it. There are issues with it. I never had an issue, but now that I've used it for a few years, I do see this is part of the problem. See how it's starting to pull away? Oops. It's starting to pull away. So that was the issue that Stampin' Up! Was having, and that's why they took it off of the orderable status. Like I said, I still use mine because look at that. One go through. Yes, I have to get some of those scritchies out, but look how perfect that looks. All right, guys. Thanks for sticking with me. Even though this is the second video, I didn't have to watch the first, but at least we didn't have any blank spots on this one, unlike the other one. Come on back tomorrow. Let me get some of this out of the way. Come on back tomorrow. We'll make some examples using our dies, our stamps. We'll make a card together. Look at all of these I have now because I did 2 different videos worth. Yeah, so we'll do some cards. We'll do a card together. I'll show you cards that I make throughout today. And as always, thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Share me with your friends. Share the link. Subscribe if you haven't already. Most of all, have a great Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.